Hello, I'm here to show you a quick short practice for gentle yoga or chair yoga. All you'll need for this practice is something like a mat. If you have a yoga mat, that would be great. So something that's probably sticky will help you on the floor just when we do stand up, and then a chair. A sturdy chair would be a good idea, just to make sure it's got some weight in it and it's stable and it's quite steady when we use. So we'll get started quickly. We'll find a nice seated posture on the chair. So sit in anything that's comfortable with your feet, maybe just wide like the chair or your hip distance, knees and ankles in a line, hips underneath the shoulders, sitting upright, keeping your palms lightly on the thighs. We'll close our eyes for a couple breaths. We bring our awareness to our breath. So breath is that underlying element in the whole practice of yoga, connecting your body, connecting your mind, connecting your breath. So closing our eyes and noticing the in-breath, the out-breath, breathing in and out through the nose if you can. Keeping the breaths really smooth, slow and mindful. At the end of the inhale, we don't feel tight. And at the end of the exhale, we feel at ease. Breathe in slow. Breathe out slower. As your eyes are still closed, you're feeling the breath. Start to bring your awareness into the places where you feel connected. To the floor through your feet, to the chair, palms on the thighs. Keeping a nice lift through the spine, so long posture, wide through the shoulders. And then slowly we open our eyes and we bring awareness to the light and the space around us. We start by working into mobility for our big joints. So we'll first do the big joint of the hip joint. So we walk our feet towards each other. Now you have a lot of options. If you want support, then you can hold on to either the side of your chair or just the chair legs, whichever is comfortable, or you can just have your hands on the side. So you're going to start to work into the hip and what we call the hip flexors, the muscles, group of muscles that help us walk effectively. So what we do is, first thing is we're going to lift as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, you lift the right leg up. Inhale and drop. As you breathe out, lift the left leg up. Inhale and ease. Exhale, raise the right leg as high as you can without changing your posture. And then as you breathe out next time, left leg and drop. So try and keep the posture aligned. Keep going, right leg up, so you don't want your posture to drop. And as you come up, exhale, left leg up, nice and upright, and ease. So we'll come to the bigger joint up here, the shoulder joint. So let's keep our feet hip distance. Let's bring our arms out, and you turn the palms up. Imagine if someone's making the movement, it's generating up from the shoulders, and we're going to move the hand in and out. So from the palm up to the whole palm down position. Few times, keep your head and neck really at ease. So palms stand up. So generate the movement from the top of your shoulders and continue to move the arms. And you start to notice the movement all the way up in that big shoulder joint, turning the palms up and all the way around. If you're feeling a lack of movement or one side tighter than the other side, just be mindful. Don't force anything. Just do what feels good in your body. Do one more round. Nice and easy. And then softly take a breath and extend those fingers out. And breathe out. Join the palms. Bring them up. And again, inhale, hands out. Exhale, palms up, join. Inhale, out and away. Exhale. and bring the hands to rest on the thighs for a moment. Adjust your posture. Let's walk back into the hip joint, and we're going to do a little bit in this hip joint in terms of moving the hip out from the midline. So we bring the feet and the legs together. You can hold on to the side of the chair if you need to for posture especially. And then what we do is we are lifting. So you breathe in, lift the right leg up and move it out, maybe just to the width of the chair. Squeeze it in and drop it down. Let's go again. In and up, left side, extend it out, bring it in and drop it down. Again, lift right leg up and move it out, squeeze it center and drop it down. Opposite side, raise. So try and keep your posture through all this, extending it out and then squeezing it in, dropping it down. One more time. So say you're finding this hard and maybe you only go a little bit, maybe you go more, whichever is your comfort, and then go slightly beyond that just to give yourself a little challenge. Keep going up. This is the last one on the left side. Squeeze it in and drop down. And readjust your posture if you feel things need, to be adjusted. Let's come back and we work into the arms. We work a little bit into our spine. So we will be working the shoulders again here. So widen your feet out so we have the stability and the base from the legs and hips. Arms out. Let's go. Breathe in. Exhale. Raise your arms up. Now make sure your neck and head are at comfortable position, so there's no tightness happening anywhere. Hold on to your left wrist. We breathe in and reach up. Now from here you're going to give a little pull. Exhale and gently move over to the right. Very small distance. You don't need to go too far. Inhale and center. We'll do 2 more times. Over to the right. Breathe out. Stretch. Make sure you feel your left foot, left thigh on the floor. Inhale and center. One more time. And so if you notice, I'm moving my head alongside. So we are keeping the head going in line with the rest of the body. Come back to center. Lift up. Breathe out and ease. We'll do the other side in a moment. So again, feet grounded, sitting tall. Extend arms out. Breathe in and exhale. Lift up. Let's hold on to the opposite side. So get a little bit of pull up. Breathe in. Exhale sideways. Inhale. Nice and open. Exhale and stretch. So the moment you stretch this time, it's that right side getting a stretch. In and open. Exhale. Gentle stretch. In and open. And then take the arms and rest them on the side. So now from here, we're going to work into just a little bit quickly into head and neck. And then we're going to go into standing positions. So for the head and neck, imagine someone's, pulling your ear, right ear, just lightly touching the earlobe, and if they were pulling sideways. So keeping your tip of the nose facing forward, just a gentle sideways movement towards the right. Then the left shoulder sometimes comes up, so you drop it down. Then take your right hand and just hang it side. So you get a little more pull with the weight. Making sure the left shoulder, left hip, left thigh, left foot is grounded. We breathe in. And then slowly pull up. Take another breath here. So align to the center. Breath in and out. Then let's go. So imagining now someone's gently pulling the head to the left. And again, giving it time, noticing how it feels on this side. And then dropping the left hand to the side to increase the stretch a little bit. Breathing in, feeling the opposite foot, hip, thigh grounded. And another breath in. And slowly come up. And just slowly now look right and left again, releasing any tension if you have in the neck. Couple of times each side and come back to center. So let's come into standing. And in standing, we're going to do a couple things. So we'll walk into the hips. So making sure your chair first is steady. You've got enough space, something underneath the floor. And then the way to stand with the chair is this. You don't want to be too far, so you are like this, or you don't want to be too close. You want maybe just some distance, because when you lift the leg, you want some space in the front. So what we do is we join the feet together. So something that we did in the chair, we're going to mirror that in standing. So have both hands lightly on the chair. So your weight on the chair is from the top. It's not this. So you're not pulling the chair. It's from the top, just for a little bit of balance. And if you don't need a chair for balance, absolutely feel free to have your hands on the hips. So what we do is we keep our hands lightly if you need to, and then push your weight into your right foot. And you're going to pull the left leg up, and maybe it comes in line with the hip, maybe it's lower, or maybe it's higher. So what we did in seated on the chair, similar. And tap it down. Then again, exhale, raise it as high as you can. Tap it down. One more time. Keep standing upright, keep looking forward. Squeeze and down. Let's do switch sides. So you're going to go into the right side, and you're going to go lift up and drop. And again, lift, exhale, and drop. So say you can't go too high, don't worry about it. Just go small and drop. Now, you're going to go back. So you're going to start working in the back. So upper back, then you're going to work your glute. So keep moving. As you breathe out, lift the left leg up. And then inhale, bring it back and tap. And again, squeeze and back and tap. So making sure you use that glute. And again, up and move back and tap. Bring it in and ease. Switch. So you're going to go to the other side. Up and back and tap. And again, up and back and squeeze at that glute, the leg that is long. And then again, up and back and squeeze. Okay, come back to where you were. So let's work in the hip opening. So you're still facing the front of the chair. You're pushing weight into the right foot. Lift the left leg up. Extend it out. Tap it down. Bring it in and squeeze it and down. We'll do another 2 times. Lift up and out. Maybe you can't go all the way out. Halfway is fine. And then you squeeze it. Release it. Lift it. Bring it back to center. Back where you started. One more time. Up. Out only as wide as you can. Your chest and face are facing forward. Down. Up. And in. Rest. Now we'll do one more time on this side. This time we'll do the tree pose. So you lift. Turn that left hip out. As you're turning it out, this is what it looks like. Your foot is near the calf, or it's near, so ankle, calf, and upright position. Or it can be higher into your thigh, wherever you're comfortable. Hands are in front for balance. You're standing upright. If you want to play with balance, you can bring one hand off and then center the body. You can play with the other hand off. And if none of that works, both hands from the top. So don't pull the chair, just press from the top. Breathe in and ease and release. We do the other side. So this time, so let me move the chair so you can see how it's working. You're still facing your chair. This time you're going to lift your right leg. So the weight is in the left, up, out, and tap. So chest is facing forward again. Up, in, and drop. Another 2 times. Up, turn the right hip out, squeeze and tap, lift, squeeze, ease. One more. Up, externally move the hip down, lift, center and down. Now we do the tree pose, what we call Vrikshasana, modified tree pose. So you can use the chair for your balance. Lift that right leg, turn the hip out, bring the foot near the ankle, near the calf or higher. Remember, it's your choice. So basically you look something like this. And imagine if the chair was in front of me, that's what it looked like here. It would be up here. You could have your hands on the chair, one hand off it, or both hands off it. You stay there for a breath. Exhale and release. And just give a nice shake to the hands. So one last posture, because this is a short video, we're going to finish with this last posture. So what you do is have the chair on one side, you keep your feet together, and you're going to bring the leg that is near the chair. First keep that hand in, and then opposite arm comes up. Breathe in, so you've kept your legs quite close to each other. Inhale up. As you exhale, you're stretching sideways, so you're stretching towards the chair. So you're trying to keep the hip in line rather than push the hip out, and stretch over and come back up. One more time only. Up, exhale, stretch, inhale, and release. You can move the chair, or you could just turn sideways. I'll just move the chair so I can keep facing the camera. And we are basically just changing sides. So zip the legs together, chest on top of the hips, heels underneath the hips. Ready? Up. And as you exhale, lean towards the chair. You can keep the top arm straight. You can bend it if you need, depending on how you feel. And then breathe in, come back. One more time. Exhale and stretch. Keep the neck at ease. Inhale and release. Okay, so these were quick, short, few things you can do at home when you want to practice yoga using anything like a chair, a prop. So hope this works, and keep practicing at home. Thank you. Namaste.